give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. That was for the latest generation, like this early 80s. No New Year's Day to celebrate. A chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. The first of spring, no song to say. that will bring a tear to me. This world has lost its glory. That's not a brand new story now, my love. You think that I don't even mean a single word I say. It's only words, and words that all I have to take your heart away. Talk in everlasting words. Did he kill them all to me? And I will give you all my life. I'm here if you should call to me. You think that I don't even need a single word I say. It's only words, and words that all I have to take your heart away. It's only words, and words that all I have to take your heart away. This world has lost its glory. Let's start a brand new story now, my love. You think that I don't even need a single word I say. It's only words, and words that all I have to take your heart away. It's only words, and words that all I have to take your heart away. It's only words, and words that all I have to take your heart away.
Big round of applause for Willie Rimzu.
Thank you, Esther. Has it come?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Okay, we have the couple over here who've come. They look so bubbly and all ready to enter. Can I have everyone in the arena? Everyone. Eyes up front. Try coming front. If you're way at the back, especially the tables at the back, try making your way to the front over here. And let's put our hands together and welcome them. The newly married couple, Mr. Vinit and his wife, Vivian.
I found love for me, darling. Just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Oh, I never knew you were. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give
All right. Can we all rise up together, stand, and give them a loud applause as the music plays?
की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में
Shall we
बातों
give them
में
a round of
रोशनी
applause?
सूरज की बाहों
Make
में
some noise,
अब है ये
people.
जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी जो ही बदली दिल की ताल है आहा यूं ही आया एक ख्याल है आहा पाते हमें जिंदगी एक बार क्यों न करे कोई हम इसका प्यार जाने किसका है हमें इंतजार कि जिंदगी यही है और यही जो भी कल तक बस आरज़ू आहा वो ही पा गए हैं मैं और तू आहा थामे हम हाथों में यूं ही हाथ शहर दिल में घूमे के साथ साथ सारे सारे दिन सारी सारी रात बरस रही है एक खुशी हर कहीं सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी कितने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी कितने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी नए नए सपने जो बन सके उसी जिंदगी को कहूँ जिंदगी नए नए रास्ते जो चुन सके उसी जिंदगी को कहूँ जिंदगी पल पल में चलती हो झूम के चलती हो वो है जिंदगी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी पाते हमें जिंदगी एक बार क्यों न करे कोई हम इसका प्यार जाने किसका है हमें इंतजार कि जिंदगी
Wow, that was wonderful. One more round of applause while they sit down. You see, the shoes are in the right person's hand. That's where they're usually worn. Just in case you did not know, stilettos are worn on the hands of the groom. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Albie Matthew, and I'm going to be the MC for tonight. I just would like to know if Andy and Jen are around. Andy and Jen, are you here? Okay, while they make their way, we'll start off our program. Now, one of my primary duties as the MC is to not get into trouble. You see, I'm not going to make statements about who's the better looking person, Vivian. I am not going to say that at all. You see, if I take one person's name, Vivian, I'd get into a lot of trouble. Especially since Vinit Kandagle there is my best friend. And if I were to tell him that his wife looked better, he's going to give me a little trouble. And I can't lie about, who's the better one. So I'm not even going to bring that up. Now to start off our proceedings, now that we know who the better looking person is, but we know who the happier person is. That without a doubt is Vinit. Hands down, the happiest person in this place is Vinit. You know who the better looking person is. Anyway, to get proceedings, I'm going to call up Lakunza. Lakunza Rimzu, I know I'm calling you a little before I promised you, but could you please come forward and give us a special song to begin our program for the evening? Lakunza, could you? Yeah, later on. Any news about Andy and Jen? Who has? Do the toast? The distribution hasn't begun. We're waiting for. Okay. Um, okay, I'm going to request the people in charge over here. Could you please start distributing the glasses for the toast? Please start distributing the glasses for the toast. I'll get the. All right, the evening is ready to begin. We have Jen with us who's going to get Vinit and Vivian to do their first act together, which is going to make me a little jealous because that looks delectable. But I'm going to let Jen take over and do the honors.
All right. Who's ready to see some cake action? Yes. All right. So, Vinit and Vivian, this is your first moment together to feed each other. So, why don't you come step up to the cake, please? So, you cut together. And then, so cut a slice. So, go ahead and cut a slice together. Coordination test. And then Vivian will feed Vinit very delicately a piece of cake, unlike in America where we smash it in each other's faces. Okay. Very nice, Vivian. And now Vinit's turn. They're so polite already. This is excellent. Excellent. Well, we've whetted their appetite for cake, and now they may sit down again. Where's Albie? Yeah, what else? That's just they ate the cake.
Okay,
I don't do anything else?
not right now.
Okay.
Now
I'm
there's
just
a.
gonna,
No, you can find a place to sit right in the front.
I will
Right
sit
over
here?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll call you up. Okay, was that tasty?
I think it got sweeter after he kissed me. I think it got sweeter after he kissed me.
Ah. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, it was tasty.
He has no comments. He has nothing to say that would excite any of us. Anyway, Vivian, I'm going to ask you to do a favor for me. If you could please put down your bouquet and make your way right to the center there. Okay? And while you're there, and everyone can see that you're beautiful as ever, I'm going to ask you to turn your eyes there.
Okay, hi babes, how are you? You are looking crazily beautiful today. I must say that. And that dress on you looks superb. It's like amazing, a great choice. I loved it. And I love the nails that you've done. I've loved the heels that you're wearing. I know it's just making you look a little taller, but you aren't. I know that. So, I want to talk to you about something. I just want to talk to you just this raw and the completely the person that you know. But the person that you know that is sitting across the screen is a little crazy person, and the person that is sitting next to you, I want to talk to you about the crazy person's transformation from this screen to the person sitting on the chair. I must also say that you are looking so beautiful, and I know you standing on that edge, every little thing on you, the veil on you, the nails that you've done, the shoes that you're wearing, the heels that you're wearing, are crafted just for you. But that is going to get messy tonight, for sure. And I just want to tell you that there are some things that I wanted to tell you about how you as a person are. I am so happy to be here with you today, but one of the things that I'm missing the most is my dad. I wish he was here. He would be the loudest person in this crowd, and he would definitely have enjoyed meeting you, knowing that you are going to be my wife. And probably he would have taken you out on more dates than me, for sure. So yeah, I'm missing him tonight. And you know that I don't speak very much, like I don't do public speaking very much. There was a time when actually people asked me that, why don't you speak the way your dad does, or like do public speaking like him? My answer to that question used to always be that my dad was busy with my mom creating me, so he didn't pass the public speaking attributes of his genes to me. But why am I here? Why am I sitting here and talking to you about this now? I thought of doing this because I wanted to tell you a story about myself, and a story that has stuck with me for roughly 20 years of my life. And that story completes today. It has completed for me, and I'm starting a new life with you. And I have been waiting for this day for such a long time. And you are actually meeting the person that said in the engagement that you were one of the most beautiful women, but you're sitting next to the man who has realized that you are the most beautiful woman that he's met in his life. And you're talking to a person that has transformed himself from the person that you're seeing on the screen to the person that you're sitting next to. I'm going to tell you a story about myself, a story that has come true now, and it's going to create a different story for me as I walk this life with you. So, what is it? The story dates back to when I was 18 years old, and during that time I did a mime act in the church, and I being the center character of that act. The act was based on broken hearts. And just to give you a picture of what that act looked like, I being the centerpiece of that act, I was supposed to be holding my hands together and create a beat of the heart. And I would hand over my heart to different people, different women during the act. And every time I did that, the heart was broken into pieces many a times. And I would have to regroup myself, collect all that heart pieces and start all over again. But I never found that satisfaction when I made my own choices for it. So the final act during that mime was that I collect all the pieces together and put them together, and I hand it over to God. And that's how the mime finished during that time. But then as an 18-year-old kid, I had the question in my mind, what happened to that heart and what did God do with it? Because once the act finished, after that there was no answer to that mime itself. But little did I know in my life that the very same mime act that I enacted would actually play up in real life so loud that it would just deaf my ears and make me numb completely in my heart. It made me so numb, I was probably comfortably numb, like Pink Floyd sings the song. So I've been trying to find that answer for such a long time and trying to find why I went through difficult times in my life. But little did I know that the restoration of my heart had already begun when you met me 18 years ago. Oh, sorry, you met me, I think you met me like 10, 15 years ago, right outside the church, telling me that you really liked me and you would someday would like to marry me. Though it was such a funny thing that you did at that point in time, I did not know that it would happen in real life. So the reason I'm telling you this story is because that mime act has completed today for me. It's completed with you sitting next to me, you holding my hand all throughout our journey today at church. And I could feel that the heartbeat that I created on my own during that act has been completed by holding your hand, which God actually placed it for me. So I believe that act's answer has been given to me by God. In that act, I've made my choices of the people that I wanted to be with. But every time I was discouraged, I was broken, I didn't find the right answers that I was looking for until I asked God to intervene to a degree where I never ever wanted to even make a choice on myself anymore. But then God already had started my restoration process back when I met you outside the church. And I believe that probably the first piece that broke of my heart, when the first piece of my heart broke, that piece was handed over to you at that point in time. And every time this was happening in my life independently, God was already preparing you for me. He was handing over to you every broken piece and weaving it with His love and with His restoration, with you by my side. I feel like you were the answer to the final act or the final question that I had for that mime. You are this marriage, this day is the final act of that mime. And I'm so happy that you are the one that God chose for me. And I have not been the person that made that choice for myself. I believe that God has chosen you. He chose you then, and He was preparing you for me since 15 years. And He made sure that we meet each other at the most important time of my life, a time when I did not believe I could trust anyone else. And He brought you in front of me, and He's taken our friendship and love that we share for each other through that turmoil and helped us believe each other to make the decision that we have made today. So, sweetheart, that is what I think you are. You are the person that God chose me for you, and there is no denying about that. I have no reason today to deny that you were the person that God had chosen for me. And as you stand at that edge, I want to tell you that I will always stand by you, however the life is going to be difficult for us. Today is a happy day. The rest of the days have been happy. I enjoyed every moment that I spent with you. But we are going to see times that may change, that may not be as beautiful as we have seen today. But I'm going to promise you that I'm going to stand by you every moment of our life. and enjoy every little thing that we are going to do together. And if at all, by any chance, this monologue of mine brings you in tears as you stand there looking at me from that screen, I want to tell you that I will make sure in life that whenever you shed the tears will create the tracks of happiness on your cheeks. And I will make sure that I am there with you to share that happiness and see you as beautiful as you are today for the rest of my life. So that is why I'm here. You are talking to a crazy guy who you haven't seen. The man that is sitting next to you is a quiet guy. You've always experienced him as a quiet person. But the man that you're seeing on the screen is his alter version or an alter ego that you're going to see for the rest of your life. So it's going to be a fun ride. You are going to have the craziest time with me, and I promise you for that. So that is what I wanted to share with you actually today. And part of that craziness is what I'm going to troll you with as well. So I'll just go on, right? So the funny thing is going to be that you thought that you could troll me with things that you would do for me, and you were planning. I know all along you were planning something during the wedding, and I decided to troll you as well, to a degree that you would not imagine. I have, for a long time, I have had planted a spy in your bridal party, and you have no idea about it. And you bought some things to troll me. I know that. I know that you brought some things for me. You get to troll me. But you don't know that I'm a little bit crazier than you, a little bit thinker than you, and you forget that your crowd or your mob, that is the Chavan family, is on my side, and also the Kandagle family is on my side. You also don't know that the Kandaglis are very good at belling their cats. Does that ring a bell in your head? Do you remember anything of it? I'm sure you don't, because what you thought you would ring a bell for has been stolen out of your baggage. And I had a spy planted in your bridal party all along till today. In fact, I had 2 spies planted in your bridal party. The other spy just arrived from UK. So I'm going to take help from her today as well. So I'm going to show you something. And this is going to be the crazy thing that I have also thought of doing for you. Do you see this? Do you know from where this comes? And I knew you had bought this, and I got it stolen from your bags from one of the persons that I planted in your bridal party. Can you hear it? Can you see it? Do you want to see what it's written? I know what it's written on this. I knew exactly what you bought for this. Why you bought this, you wanted to troll me with this. So let's just say that your maid of honor, your maid did honor my request and stole it from your bags. And I have this ringing for you now. So the dress that you're wearing, the beautiful clothes that you're wearing, you know that's going to be messy tonight. You are going to have a time of your life happening today. And I must say, the World Cup just happened a few days ago, and Argentina won. But today is my day, and I'm going to win the World Cup, and you are going to be the Lionel, and you are going to be Messi tonight. So let's bell the cat, guys.
Who's going to bell the cat? Well, after some emotional tugging of heartstrings, my good friend went and ended it with, yeah, something below the, you know what. Anyway, it's now time to have a little fun with both of them. And it's now time for the roast. I mean, the toast. I didn't say roast. And for that, I'm going to call Jesson, who is his best man. Could we have the glasses come up, please?
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations, Vinit and Vivian. It's an honor yet again. I had been tasked to introduce Vivian during her engagement, and that was one of the toughest tasks because I had to talk a lot of nice stuff about her. And yet again, the honor to do the toast. Oh, there's something.
Someone threw a
thrown.
paper?
Oh, I'll just.
Maybe time to pick it up.
Yeah, could just help.
Wait,
I'll just get
I'll
that.
just help you with that.
Okay.
I'll get
thanks.
that.
Thanks, Albie. What is that?
Yeah, I think you need to look at why are people throwing papers at you guys. Maybe time to have a look at what's written inside.
There's one more over there, right?
Oh, someone's being a naughty boy.
What is it?
Z bridge.
Z Bridge. Huh?
Z Bridge.
What does that
What
have
is-
to do with you guys? What's the next one?
Try
Oh,
that.
3.
Empress Garden.
Empress Garden.
Empress Garden.
What?
Do you
Okay.
guys know what? I have no clue. Here.
Kadakwasla Dam.
Okay. Now these are 3 very weird locations. Vivian, do you recall anything about these? No? Okay. So
That's
when
an
we were
emphatic
studying
no.
back in school, 11th, 12th, we had one of the most crazy class ever, I guess so. So we would technically bunk classes in mass. Okay, like we were like about 18 or 20 of us, and from the entire class, 13 of us would be gone. And these were just places that we would pass by. And whenever we would stop, Vivian would actually shoo couples who are sitting in these areas. She literally would throw stuff.
And stuff's getting thrown at you.
Yes.
Payback time.
Payback time. Yes.
Yes. Now, something that you should know about Vinit. In high school, he was every girl's heartthrob. So much to the extent that this guy hasn't written a single project journal all through school. All he did was flick his hair. And then it got done. Today, there are going to be a lot of broken hearts. Lot of people who are going to go, I wish that didn't have to happen. But I'll tell you what, he was such a naughty guy. Rather than getting into trouble, he got everyone else into trouble. The person who got into most trouble was me. And so this is payback time. And so while we pay you back with all the craziness that you've had, We want to wish you a lifetime of craziness,
naughtiness,
fun,
good health,
laughter.
forevermore. For
To Vinit and to Vivian.
Cheers.
Cheers. Shall we clink your glasses also?
I'm done.
Now, after what you saw all Vinit do, he now has a special dedicatory song that he'd like to dedicate specially to his brand new bride and wife for lifetime. I'm going to ask Lakunza to sing a song for us.
It's hard for me to say the things I wanna say sometimes. There's no one here but you and me, and no street light. Lock the doors and leave the world outside. All I've got to give to you, these 5 words tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakunza. I now have the privilege of telling you a little bit about Vinit. Now, if you ever want a lesson in humility, talk to him and ask him what he does for a living. You'd realize that there's Vinit and then there are lesser mortals. You want to find someone who brings life to a party, someone who is so happy at all times. That's Vivian. Now, I have the privilege of introducing to you two exactly same people who are 16 years ahead of them. Andy, again, another gentleman who if you talk to, you'd feel like a lesser mortal. And Jen, who just brings life to the party. Andy happens to be Vinit's boss. And I'm calling them, since they're 16 years ahead of them, to give them a little advice.
Well, now I have big shoes to fill. But let's give it up for Vivian and Vinit. Woo! So we are Vivian and Vinit's American cousins. And we come to you and we're supposed to give advice. Do you have any advice? Yes, advice.
I'm the quiet one. So in the spirit of providing some advice, I'm going to provide the only advice that I dare try to give you tonight, and that is that in order to be successful in your marriage, there's one thing you have to learn how to say. There's only one thing he has to learn how to say, and it's easy, which is how I've survived. You can practice it with me. Try it on. It's all my fault. Try it. It's all my fault. Not to me, to her. See, right? We'll get there. Try it. Practice again. This is why we practice. There. See?
For everyone.
It's all my fault.
All right. There. Excellent. Good job. That's the advice that I have to give now. My wife, who is actually truly the brilliant one, is going to provide the more substantive advice.
Now, Andy discovered this phrase a year and a half ago. So we are really putting you on the fast track to marriage here, because once he learned this phrase, it changed our lives. Okay? Changed our lives. He's been able to ring that bell a lot more. So it's all my fault. Say it with me, everybody. All the men in the crowd. It's all my fault. Excellent. Okay. So, but in all seriousness, Vinit and Vivian, as you guys start out, one of the things, marriage is hard. It's two completely different people merging into one person. And that takes a lot of work, and it's not easy. And so as you look at each other, here, Andy, come stand right there. Andy is my, no, you got to face people. There we go. Okay, good job. Okay, so as you look at each other, sometimes you like each other, and so you get a little closer. And then sometimes I'm like, ugh, I can't believe he did that, right? And so now we're this far apart. And you focus on how close you are to each other. And if you focus on that, you can get dizzy. What you need to do is look up. We gotta look up now. If we look up to God, if we focus on Christ, then we look up and then we do get closer. And it just happens. Because if I were to make a list of all of the marriage advice, it would roll out this floor and we could walk on it, and that's about how good the advice is. We could just walk on it. The real advice, focus on
to stand up, but really it's walking to the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain you wanna see there. A distant out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I can't put my fingers on it now. The child is gone, the dream is gone. I've become comfortably numb.
Well, it's going to be the last song for tonight. It's called Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
This thing I call love, oh, I can't handle it. This thing I call love, I must give love to it and running. The crazy little thing called love. Oh, this thing I call love, it cries like a baby. It swings, it jives. Shake on love like jelly. gotta be cool, relax, get hip, get the all right track, take a back seat, it's on. Take a little ride on the motorbike until I'm ready. And raise a little thing called love. This thing called love. I just can't help but let this thing called love. I must get around to getting ready. Raise a little thing called love. Raise a little thing called love. Yeah, yeah. Raise a little thing called love. Raise a little thing called love. Raise a little thing called love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Raise a little thing called love. 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 Thank you. This is Willie signing out. Wonderful evening.